Guys, come with me once again to Australia as I bring to you another prestigious scholarship offered by one of their very good universities. If you are someone interested in doing a master's by research or a PhD and you consider Australia as one of your options, then follow me to the end of this video as I'll share with you the full details of this scholarship. This particular university is offering scholarships to anyone who is interested in doing a master's by research or a PhD in various courses in the university. This scholarship will cover up to $35,000 of your whole study, including settlement allowances, and even your flights and transportation allowances will be covered. So stick with me as I take you through the whole video to show you the full details. If you are watching here for the first time, my name is Freeman and I share about scholarships and study abroad opportunities. If you are also watching for the first time, like this video, share this video, and hit the subscribe button. So without wasting my time, let's go to the screen so that I'll share the full details of the scholarship to you. So this is the university. It's at the University of New South Wales in Australia, and this is how the page looks like, and it's the HDR scholarship, higher degree by research scholarships, and there are several of them, and today we are going to talk about one of them. So if you come scroll down to this page, you see that we have the RTPI scholarship, which is also the 39,000 or almost $40,000 dollars. Then we also have the University International Postgraduate Award. So this is particularly for international students and those who are interested in doing a postgraduate study in the university. So this is the one we're going to talk about today, and it's also the same amount, which is almost $40,000 per annum. That's per year. And if you look down here, it says that it's 3.5 years for a PhD or 2 years for masters by research or masters of philosophy. So you are doing an MPhil or a masters by research, and these are the faculties involved. So if you are interested in doing anything in any of these faculties, then this can cover you. And this is targeting international students, and it includes your living allowances and tuition fee. And it says that this scholarship provides a living allowance, tuition fee scholarship to support you during the higher degree by research candidature. And this is the breakdown. So they tell you everything per year. So this is what you get. The whole scholarship amounts to this per year. Now, how do we do that? So now we know the full details. Let's look at how to do the application. Now, this particular one, and mostly scholarships in Australia, it's usually needed that, it's usually required that you look for a supervisor before you do the application. But with this particular scholarship, it makes it much easier for you, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So in order to proceed, we have to click on the apply. So when you click on the apply, it takes you here, and they explain everything to you. So ready to apply, applying for this, document preparation and all that. You can read these ones. We have the eligibility. You can read this as well. Now the next is to find the supervisor, but before we look for finding the supervisor, let's look at the English language proficiency before we proceed. Now, what is the English language proficiency? So if you click here, then it takes you to this page, English language requirements. So they tell you how the requirements. So you use this link. You said whether you are domestic or international student, you must meet the English language requirements. So let's click on this and then see what the requirements are. So if you go down the English language page, then you go down, you see the English tests that they accept, the IELTS, the TOEFL and all that. But the most important is to look at the countries that are exempted. So we look at countries that are exempted from it. It says that so the waiver, so you go to English waiver, and if you go down here, is my country recognized as an English speaking country? So this is which is very important. It says that UNSW recognizes the following countries as English speaking countries. So if they recognize your country as an English speaking country, then you don't need to submit any English test. And look at the countries. They include Canada, Botswana, then we have Ghana here, we have Nigeria here, we have South Africa here, we have Gambia, we have Kenya, Jamaica, Liberia, and so forth. So if you see your country here, including Zimbabwe, so if you see your country here, then it means that you don't need to submit any English language testing results or IELTS or TOEFL. And you see that there's Ghana, there's Nigeria, and there's so many other African countries. So that is we've put that to bed. The most important is to find the supervisor. So how do we find a supervisor? This one, like I said, has made it much more simple or simpler in finding a supervisor. So if you click on find a supervisor and prepare your research plan, they explain everything here. And they said most faculties require applicants to contact potential supervisors before applying. So you search for supervisors and research projects in your area. So for this one, instead of searching for supervisors, they also have a place where you can search for projects. So it's either you click on supervisor or click on project. Then it brings you to this page. So finding a supervisor or a project. I'll advise you for this particular scholarship to rather target projects. So if you click on research project, this means that these supervisors actually have projects that are there and they are looking for students to come and do those projects. But if you look for supervisors directly, you might email a professor who may not currently have a research project, and therefore they may not be able to help you or respond to you. But if you go for the project, it means that the project is already there and then you are applying to that particular project to come and work with that supervisor. So if you click on this research projects, then you see that there are about 220 results. So there are so many projects in different fields. Now what do? You can filter. So you can filter by the area, whether you want this particular area, or you filter by the keyword. So for example, you want to do climate change or something on climate change. So you click on climate, or you type climate and then you search. When you say, you see that currently there are 12 projects that are around climate change. So you see that we have heat waves and climate change, climate and weather master's program, machine learning to improve climate modeling, is climate change this, the role of climate, blah blah blah. So you go through them and see which one you want. So let's say we click on this particular one. Then this is in the Faculty of Biological, Earth and Environmental Sciences, and you see that there's the whole description of the project is here. Everything is described here. Now what do? You see that they said how to apply. It said express your interest by emailing Associate Professor Sarah Des with his email here, and they said you should include a copy of your CV and your academic transcripts. So that is it. So you have to include your CV and academic transcript. Perfect. It's clearly stated there. Now how do you? I've made other videos on CVs and how to design your CV for academic, and also how to express your interest. So if you look at my YouTube page here, you see that I have a video here called how to email professors the right way. I explain everything there for you. So if you use this video, you'll be able to craft a very nice email to contact a professor. If you go down here, you see that I also have videos on how to craft your personal statement during the application, and also the CV. So I have a video on how to write an academic CV or resume for scholarships. So you use this video to design your CV, then you use this video to craft a very nice email to send to your supervisor or your potential supervisor. So if we go back to the projects, this particular project, now you are able to design your CV, you include your transcript from your university, then you write the email with the other video that I mentioned and send to the professor that you are interested in this particular project, and all the details. And if you watch the video I just showed you, I explain what to say in the video, in the email, and all that. So you send this, and since it's a project, then we hope that you get a reply. And if you get a reply, then they give you the go ahead to apply. So make sure you get a reply before you apply, because if you don't get a reply and you go ahead to do the application, your application may be ignored. So assuming you've gotten a reply and the supervisor says, oh, I like your work and I like that you want to work with me based on ABC, go ahead and do the application. So you come back here and then you click on apply. So this is how it is. So if you are ready and you click on the apply, it comes here. Then it says that if you wish to to be considered for scholarship, please simply indicate this on your application form and select the particular scholarship, and then add it. So you can search for the scholarships here. If you want to do the application, then this is it, the application online, or the online application. Then you click on this. So this is how the online portal looks like. You come and log in here, or you register if you are doing it for the first time, and then you do your submission. But make sure that you have heard from the potential supervisor before you go ahead to do the application. So assuming you are not interested in this particular one, you want to explore other ones, you go back to the other page, which is here, and you can explore all the other positions. So if you click on, let's say you are not interested in climate, you want to maybe data science or data something, you do data, then it searches. There are about 43 on data. So improving reproductive and parental health in big data analytics. So you want to do this particular program, you click on it, then it takes you down here. Those people in the medical field, so you have maybe nursing or something, you want to do a master's in that. Then you come down here. It said if you have any questions or interested in this, so PhD. So this particular one is a PhD, so you should have a master's before applying for it. If you have any question, email this, and it's the same thing. If you are emailing, include your CV, your transcript, and then the cold email using the video that I showed you earlier, and then that is it. So this is very easy. This is straightforward. If you like the project, they also describe the whole project here. So if you like the project and you want to work with them, that is very perfect. Now finally, we want to know whether there's application fee. So assuming you've contacted the supervisor, and then he told you, or she told you to go ahead and do the application, is there application fee? So if you click here, you see that I'm going to show you to prove to you that there's no application fee for this one. So is payment required to submit an application online? So they say that yes, and Australian or $150 is required for this. However, it said see below for exclusions. So if you go down here, domestic applicants are applicants who are Australians, living in Australia. So if you are an international student applying for this particular scholarship, then you are not under this domestic applicant. So you come to international applicants, it says that please note that the application processing fee does not apply to applicants for University of New South Wales global diploma programs, postgraduate research programs, and programs offered at UNSW Canberra. So if you are applying for a postgraduate program, which is what we are looking at here, or postgraduate research program, so that is masters by research or PhD by research, then you don't have to submit, or you don't have to pay this $150, which is clearly stated here. So this is a very, very good opportunity for you. So yeah, so this is just the whole thing. Look at this. It's a scholarship. It's called the University International Postgraduate Award Scholarship, and these are the whole thing. I've explained all that you need, and the whole process is clear. So please go ahead and do your application, and if you have any questions, send it in the comment section. So before you go, this is my page, Freeman Lamy, and I post about scholarships all the time. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and put us on post notification, so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be one of the first. You can also find other scholarships in the US, Germany, and Canada, and so many other places. Check for the ones that are open, and then you'll be able to do your application.